Alright, hello everyone and welcome to episode 50 of Zero to Hero, and we are away at Getafe as we look to try and take on this second half of what has been a grueling La Liga season, to be honest. It feels like we're on the cusp of a top 6 finish, but we just can't find the consistency that we need to, break into it with a lot of teams around us, so it is probably going to go right down to the wire. Early on, cross from me, create the first chance. Lovely pass from, I think that was EV Lopez, into my stride. And, yeah, I broke the deadlock. It was a good run off the ball from me too. Very nice build-up from us. Look at that for a pass. Knew exactly what I was going to do. Read me like an open book. And not really much their goalkeeper could have done in that kind of scenario, to be honest. But great link-up play between myself and the strikers once again. Yep, Valladolid 1-0 up away at Getafe. 28 minutes gone. Good save from our man between the sticks to prevent the home team getting the equaliser. For some reason, Van Bladeren was rotated out for this game. Into the second half, not many chances so far. I get a bit of a shot from a distance, but it was saved by the goalkeeper. From here, this kind of camera angle, I knew they had a good player like Cornelius up front. I was worried that they were seriously going to score from this. I play on an ultra-wide monitor, so I can kind of see what's going on. But then when I make the video, obviously, it gets cropped to 16:9, so it wasn't the best of camera angles, but hopefully the replay showed that it was really a narrow miss. 86th minute, I find room out on the right hand side as Getafe were pushing men forwards. We've been in this scenario before, and to be fair, we're improving. We're getting the shot on target, we're making the goalkeeper work, but again, it's so difficult from that tight angle to find the back of the net. And come full time, I was man of the match with a 9.0 rating, and I got the only goal of the game. So I can't really complain too much about that, quite happy with that. Next up, we're playing Huesca. No idea if that's how you pronounce it, I assume so. Yeah, they are a team that's in the bottom half of the table, I believe, so really a game that we're going into, again, wanting to get another 3 points on the board after a good win against Getafe. Long ball forward from the free kick. Ball gets played out wide towards our left back. Lovely 1-2 passing. Ball got crossed into the box, and it was I'm not sure whether it was a shot from Enes Unal or whether he purposely meant to try and find me. My favourite part of this goal is the way that I kind of just rolled the ball past the goalkeeper. I think you'll see it, well, you should see it on the replay here. So there's the pass, and then I just roll it to my right-hand side as the goalkeeper went down to make sure he couldn't go down and get it. It was a really nice finish from me. So 2 goals in 2 games, and yeah, I made it 3 goals in 2 games right after. Again, both myself and the Turkish giant that is Enes Unal up front link it up together. He really seemed in the mood to find me this game. I'm not really quite sure why, considering, he's in the running for that La Liga Golden Boot this season. But either way, it obviously looks like I'm going through some fantastic form, and obviously I'm searching for the hat-trick at this point, and we're only 20 or so minutes in, so you can't help but feel like there's going to be plenty of time for me to find it. And I felt like this was the opportunity, but Enes Unal decided, I've helped you enough today, Karam. It's time for me to be a little bit greedy. Shot from a tough angle, and it was just about saved by the goalkeeper. We got our third, though, thanks to EV Lopez's header at the back post. He's not really a big player on the pitch, so I think Huesca will be disappointed to concede that one. But it was really quite a well aimed header in the end towards that top corner. So whilst the defender messed up, the goalkeeper really couldn't reach that spot. Anyways, entering the second half, I'm obviously still searching for that hat-trick of mine. I spot the run of none other than Mr. Golden Boot going over the top of the defence, and Enes Unal got his first of the game, which, to be fair, probably deserved given his 2 assists as well. Telling the away fans to shut up after they've been giving him stick all game. And yeah, 4-0. We're usually the ones, on the receiving end of 4 or 5-0 hide-ins, so I was quite pleased for us to be 4-0 up, really. It gives us a little bit of confidence, but what was pleasing as well was the fact that we were yet to concede a goal, because, again, I feel like I sound like a bit like a broken record, but as I've always said, we don't have a problem scoring goals. Talking about goals, there's another one. Hat-trick complete. We have a problem with keeping them out down the other end. A bit of a failed celebration there, but we got there in the end. And I'm not sure if this is my first professional hat-trick. I think I may have had a hat-trick in Japan. I don't think I had a hat-trick with Blackburn Rovers in the Championship. If anyone knows or can remember, do let me know in the comments below. But I think this is my first professional hat-trick. We're only 22 years old in the game, and I don't know if it's by coincidence that the number I got assigned was the number 22 when I first joined this team, but match ball for me, and you know, we've come on leaps and bounds from the 16-year-old we were when we first burst into the scene at Nagasaki. So yeah, 2 man of the matches in a row for me, 4 goals in 2 games, with Real Betis coming up next. And Real Betis, we lost against them in the away leg. They've got some good talent, and they're one of the teams that are pushing for a top 6 spot. So this is kind of like an important game. They've got Getafe, they've got Laurent Moron. I think they beat us 3-0 when we played them first time round, and you could tell that whilst they were away from home, they were still here and ready to go, really. They were pouncing on everything. They kind of seem like the better team, but I got a chance here as I picked up on a loose ball. In this kind of situation, there's only one thing I'm ever going to do, and it was the header towards Enes Unal, and I just couldn't quite believe the way that the ball moved there. Enes Unal got his head to it. It looked like it was pinpoint towards the goalkeeper's left-hand side, but it bounced back across the line. I picked up the ball again, and in that kind of situation where I'm being tracked by the opposition left-back, I'm just going to try and punt the ball into the box, knowing that we've got Enes Unal in there, and it paid off straight away. So we did go 1-0 up, despite not really dominating the game, but it kind of gave us a platform at home that we really craved up against a very strong Real Betis side. And from my perspective, it showed me that they are susceptible to the cross, because obviously I try and adapt my own play down that right-hand side to suit the opposition weaknesses. But, you know, we'd barely kicked off after making it 1-0, and the moron again, as we called him the last time we played him, Laurent Moron, got his head. I mean, he's got quite a big forehead there, to be fair. I'm not surprised he won this header. I think the cross got a bit of a deflection off our right back, but, you know, it is what it is. 1-1. We tried to go again. More crosses into the box. Defender was really lucky there that he was in the right place at the right time. Otherwise, it would have been another goal for me. And then we went 2-1 down. And remember that rubbish defending that I was speaking about earlier on? Yeah, it was coming back to haunt us. It was nice build-up and stuff from Real Betis. I just wish we were slightly more resilient at the back. Sometimes it feels like every other opportunity we give the other team, you know, is always a clear-cut chance. And our goalkeeper's about as useful as a palm tree between 2 posts. Like this there, it's just, you know, it's just simple 1-2 passes through our defence. It just feels like the attackers have a little bit more about them than our defenders do. Lo Celso, who's obviously joined Spurs in real life, got the first goal. No, not the first goal. Was it the first goal? I think it was the second goal after Moron did. And there was his second. So he was now, you know, the midfielder on the pitch, gunning for the hat-trick like I was in the last game. A bit of twisting and turning from me there, but I kind of run into a brick wall. But we do manage to keep the opportunity alive. It was a fantastic save, fantastic double save from the Real Betis goalkeeper. And if we'd made it 3-2 there was still plenty of time. You know, it makes you question whether the comeback was going to be on, whether the comeback was going to be real. So we just had to keep on going. More crosses into the box. The crosses were working, but their goalkeeper saved the header on goal. And then when Lo Celso got his hat-trick, smashed that free kick into the right-hand side of Van Bladderen's goal. You know, it kind of started to feel like the game was probably at that stage where, you know, 3 goals to try and catch up on was going to be a big ask. And you could easily see why Real Betis really are gunning for a top 6 spot alongside us, because, to be fair, they showed their quality this game. We wanted a consolation of some sort, though. 88th minute. Nice pass from me into the path of one of our players, who eventually found Evie Lopez. Over-celebrated a little bit, to be fair, as they tend to do on PES. So Evie Lopez put the ball past a Paul Lopez in goal. There's clearly plenty of Lopez's floating around Spain nowadays. It was a good strike, though, into the top corner. It was going to take something special from the goalkeeper to really reach it and stop it. Pass towards Enes Unal, tight angle, shot on target, but wasn't going to ever beat the goalkeeper. And there we go. So 2 hat-tricks so far this episode. 1 for me, 1 unfortunately for Lo Celso. That leaves us in 9th place. You know, still anything can happen in terms of the top 6 spots, but it's not looking too bright. But, you know, there's still time to go. Meanwhile, the usual 3 are fighting it out for the La Liga title. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And of course, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.